Hi, welcome back. For this video, I'm going to go over tracing code and arrays. So what is an array? An array is a sort of container in Java that can hold a number of values of the same type. So in my example, I'm going to be using a pixel array. So say all of this right here. This is the array, and a single section of it is going to hold 1 pixel. And in that section, a pixel is defined by its RGB values. So there's going to be 1 value for R, 1 value for G, and 1 value for B. And then to take a section of the array, we're going to be using P equals pixel array, and this is what's going to define which section of the array we have. Now then, tracing code. Tracing code is all about taking your codes and looking at it step by step, not by each line, but by understanding how it flows. So, take my code for example. The main method is going to be where we're going to be calling for our actual method that we'll be using. So in the main method, the first step is the declarations. It's going to declare the variables that we're going to be using. And then we're going to call for the method. When we call for the method, we go to the very first step of the actual method. And in this method, our first step is declaration of our variables. Second step is this for loop. Now I'll explain more detail into loops in my next video, but for now, what this for loop is doing is it's going to repeat this code inside of the loop until we reach the end of I is less than pixel array dot length divided by 2. So we're going to stop once we hit halfway through the array. Next, we're going to go to the next step within that loop. So the first step is P is going to become pixel array brackets I. Now the current value of I on the very first step of the loop is going to be 0. So P equals pixel array 0. Then it's going to set that pixel right in there. It's going to set the RGB values to 255 minus the current red, 255 minus the current green, 255 minus the current blue, which will give us our effect of negative. Then it's going to go back. I++ means I is going to be added at the end of each iteration of the loop by 1. So I is now going to be 1, which means we're going to go to pixel array 1, and etc. continue P2, P3 until we hit halfway through the length of the pixel array. Then once the loop is completed, there's nothing after that loop, so the method is complete. Now we're done with this command, so we'll move on to the next command, pictObject.explore, which is just another method for showing the picture that you've created, like so. And just like that, the top half of our picture is negative. Well, that'll be all for this video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.